there's no excuse for the kind of violence that we saw yesterday. When individuals get crowbars and start prying open doors to loot, they're not protesting. They're not making a statement. They're stealing. My understanding is you've got some of the same organizers now going back into these communities to try to clean up in the aftermath of a handful of protesters, a handful of criminals and thugs who tore up the place.
I'm really disappointed. I know I'm in D.C. and I know it's predominantly a black audience here, but I'm really disappointed, in Barack Obama. Because I don't think that the president of the United States is there. He's not there to. He's not a clerk. He's there to change the conversation. Right. And I think that he has miserably failed in changing the conversation.
Nikki Giovanni, on her left arm, has a tattoo that says Thug Life. Tell us about that.
I was distressed when Tupac died. Yeah. And he was a great kid. I mean, there's just no... I never met Tupac, but when he was with Digital Underground, they gave me a shout out, and I thought that was the coolest thing. And it was. And my son thought it was the coolest thing. Like, hey, now, Yeah. So that was like, I'm the coolest mother on the block. And I followed his career. He was an incredibly talented young man, but also a committed young man. And you worry about committed young men because we're in America, and committed young black men tend to get killed. And that's was going to happen here, and it was really sad. I remember when Tupac was shot, and then, he went to prison, and he's out, and so he's now in Vegas, and you just worried. Then I heard that he was shot again. It was like, oh no, he's not shot, this is just going to be a bad ending. And I think that he was in the hospital for like 4 to 5 days before they finally had to say that he was dead. But I was depressed. I seldom get depressed. Yeah. And I was just depressed. And when they finally came across the news that Tupac was dead, it was just one of those, I needed to do something. And I was talking to my mother, who, of course, being way older and not understanding hip-hop, just out of that. My mother's a jazz fan. And so she was saying, well, the guy seemed to be a bad actor. And I remember saying, I said, but Mama, he's only 2 years older than Thomas, than my son. Right. This could be your grandson. And so we were trying to make sense. And I was hearing other people that I don't want to name any names on this one, who were making bad statements about Tupac, that they should either learn something or shut up. And so I thought I needed to do what I could do. And I'm just a poet, so it's not much. But I went down to Roanoke to Alex's tattoo. It's called Alex's Tattoo. Uh-huh. And I said, I'd like, it was one of the, I said, I need a tattoo. And so they're looking at me because I'm, I'm a 50-year-old woman at that point. And like, okay. Yeah. And what would you like for it to say, ma'am? I said, I wanted to say Thug Life. And he looked at me, he said, you don't look like a thug. Mm. And I said, I'm a thug. Yeah.
I don't know what this world's gonna be, but I know one thing, that this is the life for me.
Baby, cause I'm a thug.
All day, every day.
Baby, cause I'm a thug.
Wouldn't change for the world.
Cause I'm a thug.
That's right, you know.
Baby, cause I'm a thug.
I'm hot, oh yeah.
And if you're killing thugs, shooting me, you know what I'm saying? Right. So I wanted a public tattoo, because I just wanted to say, stop this. Well, the New York Times, and I really don't know how, found out that I had a tattoo. I mean, it's not, and they called and said, well, can we photograph it? And I said, sure, it's not a problem. And so the Times put the tattoo in, and it kind of changed the discussion. I got a wonderful letter, which I framed, because I don't know his mother. I don't know Afeni Shakur either. But I got a wonderful letter from Afeni to thank me for standing up for her son. He's a great man. And what I really want to see now, of course, is my Tupac stamp. He needs to be on the stamp. Yeah, he's a great man,
I don't know what this world's gonna be, but I know one thing, that this is the life for me.
Baby, cause I'm a thug.
All day, every day.
Baby, cause I'm a thug.
Wouldn't change for the world.
Cause I'm a thug.
That's right, you know.
Baby,
I like that. You did the poem, All Eyes on You. Can you do a piece of it? Did you remember? Hold up.
You might have it for me.
Yeah.
I try.
I got that.
As I tossed and turned, unable to achieve sleep, unable to control anxiety, unable to comprehend why, Tupac is not with us. If those who lived by the sword died by the sword, there would be no white men on earth. If those who lived on hatred died by hatred, there would be no KKK. If those who lived by lies died by lies, there would be nobody on Wall Street, in executive suites, in academic offices, instructing the young. Don't tell me he got what he deserved. He deserved a chariot and the accolades of a grateful people. He deserved his life.
Nikki Giovanni.